Halfway through the presentation, so I'm going to ask you all to stretch real quick. Come on, let me see you. There you go. All right. Well, as Trisha said, I am Brittany Barnes, and I'm a Chi Omega from Kent State University, and I'm here to tell you that congruence isn't just for geometry. Who knows what congruence is in geometry? Great. Well, I'm here. I want you to think about, while I present, just a couple things to ponder. What is values congruence? You know, the people who just raised their hand, you know what congruence is in the math field, but what is it as it applies to Greek life? And can we do it? Is it possible in 2011? It was much easier for people in the 1900s when our founders were alive to obviously be congruent. Slideshow's not working. That's okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what congruence is in math. It's having something of equal value, having something that's acceptable. So if you have a triangle that's a 3 by 3 by 3, a congruent triangle would be 6 by 6 by 6. Easy enough, right? But what is values congruence? What does that mean? Some people say that Greeks, are here because we want leadership, we want integrity, we're learning these values that our founders posed to us, and we're living by those. But when you wake up in the front yard of a fraternity house after a party, are you being congruent? Are those the values that we were taught to live by? Not so much. So I'm going to go into a little story about my journey through values congruence. When I was a new member, I was so excited. I went through bid day, formal recruitment. Yeah, these are my new sisters. We had new member retreat. It was great. I loved it. I ate it up. I was a freshman, didn't know anyone at Kent State. I was like, yeah, this is great. However, as time went on, I pledged to live by values. I pledged to live by a symphony, the Chi Omega Symphony. I pledged to be womanly always, to be discouraged never. But when I looked at myself, I was going out, I was having a great time. I was participating in some deviant acts that I wasn't super proud of, pictures I wouldn't necessarily post on Facebook, you would say. So, what was I to do? I heard about this thing called Aflv. I was like, what is this? This is kind of cool. I heard that they were sponsoring an immersion trip to El Salvador, and I went to a Catholic high school where service was a big deal, and I'd always kind of wanted to go on one of these trips, but I'd never had time, and it was over, a holiday break. So I was like, you know what, I'll apply, why not? See what this is about. And I was accepted. I was like, cool. Now what do I do? I don't know what this entails. I've never been out of the country. Oh my God, I'm terrified. So, I just kind of went with it. I prepared, and on January 1st, I flew down to El Salvador, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. But little did I know how awesome it actually was going to be. I got down there, and I was amazed at the people. These people are living in absolute poverty. They're completely destitute, but there was such a joy about them that I was taken aback. I was like, people in America aren't this happy. What's going on? I don't understand. And as I interacted with people over the week, building things, interacting with kids, I realized they live their values, the values of family, of friendship, stuff that I should be living my life by. And a realization dawned on me that that's what our founders were getting at when they said that you should abide by scholarship, that you should be a leader, that you should be sisters and brothers, not just friends. Cool. So I got home and I took a really hard look in the mirror and I said, am I living congruent to my values? And the answer was no. I was very upset. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, there are 3 things that I can do right now. I can do nothing and keep living my fabulous sorority life and just whatever, it's fine. It was a cool experience while it lasted. Just not take anything home with me. I could completely overhaul my life and suffer from massive anxiety attacks and freak out all the time because, oh my God, I'm not living by my values. Or I could change by one thing at a time. I could start small. That seemed plausible. I was like, okay, I can do this. So while I was down there, I was sick for one day. I couldn't go out to the site, and I was just devastated. But in that day, I learned that it's okay to take time for yourself. So instead of living my life by the clock all the time, I take some time to pause, reflect, do some stuff for me. And that has helped me live my values more, because instead of rushing around like a chicken with my head cut off, I think about what I'm going to do before I do it. Yeah, it was a big deal. For me, at least. And that has helped me become a better sorority woman. By far. Another thing is, we talked about you can never take off your letters. The only letters I'm wearing right now are my lavalier, but even if I take that off, I'm still a Chi Omega. I'm a Chi Omega in the shower in the morning. I am a Chi Omega in my car. I'm a Chi Omega when I go to class. I'm a Chi Omega when I go out. You can't remove that. So think about what you're doing and whether or not you would be proud to be wearing blocks while you were doing it. Chances are that will inform you as to what sort of values-based decisions you should be making. And that's actually all I have for you, but my slideshow is going to keep on going. If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, or threats, if this really upset you, I don't know, feel free to tweet me. My Twitter is Britt, the letter N, B, B-E-E, and my email is Brittany1895@gmail.com. I hope you all learn to live very congruent, valued lives, and do your founders proud. Thank you so much.